too. Have you ever felt invisible? Like the world just doesn't see you, or your dreams? This is a story about a boy who felt just that. A boy who grew up in the shadows of a small, worn-out apartment, with nothing but a quiet dream and the soft light from a single window. This isn't just another business success story. It's a story about turning pain into purpose. A story that proves where you start doesn't have to be where you finish. Our story begins in Brooklyn, back in the 1950s. Imagine a young Howard Schultz watching his world crumble. His father, a truck driver, had a serious accident on the job. He broke his ankle and his hip. In that moment, Howard didn't just see a physical injury. He saw the American dream shatter. His father lost his job. There was no health insurance, no workers' compensation, no safety net, nothing. The family was left with no income, no support, and a profound loss of dignity. That image of his father, helpless on the couch, was burned into Howard's memory. It wasn't just a sad memory, it was a spark. A deep, burning desire to build something different, something that treated people with respect and dignity, the very things his father was denied. That pain, that raw childhood pain, became his lifelong purpose. Years later, Howard found himself working for a small coffee company in Seattle. A trip to Italy changed everything. In Milan, he walked into an espresso bar and was struck by a revelation. It wasn't just about the coffee, the atmosphere, the community, the ritual. He saw people laughing, talking, connecting. Baristas knew their customers by name. It was a third place, a home between home and work. He saw the potential to bring this culture, this human connection, back to America. He was buzzing with excitement, convinced he had found the future. He rushed back to Seattle, his mind racing with this grand vision. He presented his idea to the owners of the company he worked for, a company called Starbucks, which at the time only sold coffee beans. He described the bustling Italian cafes, the rich aroma of espresso, the sense of community. He proposed they start serving coffee, creating these experiences. And what was their response? They rejected it. Completely. They told him, no one in America will pay a premium for a cup of coffee. It won't work. They saw it as a distraction from their core business of selling beans. They just didn't get it. For them, coffee was a commodity, not a culture. Howard was devastated. He believed in this idea with every fiber of his being, but the people he looked up to, his bosses, had shut him down. But that childhood memory of his father, that deep-seated purpose, wouldn't let him quit. If they wouldn't do it, he would. He decided to leave the security of his job and start his own coffee bar, inspired by the Italian model. He needed investors, people to believe in his vision. So, he started pitching. He talked to anyone who would listen, sharing his passion for creating a third place for Americans. The response was overwhelmingly negative. He was told no, not once, not twice, but over and over again. He approached 242 potential investors. Out of those, 217 rejected him outright. They laughed at the idea. Americans want cheap, fast coffee at home, they said. This is a niche, a fad. The constant rejection was brutal. It was a daily battle against doubt and despair. But every no just fueled his determination. He knew what he had seen in Italy was real. He knew people were craving connection. Finally, after facing a mountain of rejection, he scraped together enough funding from the few who believed. In 1986, he opened his own coffee shop, Il Giornale. From the very first day, it was different. The air was filled with the rich smell of freshly brewed espresso, the warm lighting, the comfortable seating, the friendly baristas, it all worked together. It was exactly as he had imagined. And people came. They didn't just grab a coffee and leave. They stayed, they talked, they worked, they met friends. It became their place. They weren't just buying a beverage, they were buying an experience. They were finding a sense of belonging. Howard had been right all along. It was never just about the coffee. Seeing the success of Il Giornale, the original Starbucks owners, who were struggling, decided to sell their brand and stores. Howard seized the opportunity. He bought Starbucks and merged it with his vision. Or, the rest, as they say, is history. That's one small coffee shop, born from a vision everyone rejected, grew into a global phenomenon. Today, Starbucks is more than just a brand. It's a cultural icon. It's the place where people have first dates, study for exams, close business deals, and catch up with old friends. It's a testament to a powerful idea. When you put people first. When you build a business around human connection, you can change the world. Think about it. That young boy, who felt so invisible in his small Brooklyn apartment, built one of the most visible brands on the planet. The man who watched his father lose his dignity created a company that offered benefits and stock options to even its part-time employees. Something unheard of at the time. Schwartz's story is the ultimate proof that our deepest pains can become our greatest purposes. It's a reminder that rejection is often just a redirection. So next time you're facing a no, next time you feel invisible, remember the boy from Brooklyn. Remember that within your own story of pain, that might just be a purpose waiting to be discovered. A dream that, with enough belief and persistence, can grow into a reality that touches the lives of millions. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button. Subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What's a dream you're fighting for? We'd love to hear it. See you in the next video.